And we're live.
Thanks, Jim. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. We are going to have some fun today after several very serious weeks that we had, talking about world events and helping save the world through arts and crafts, which we're going to continue to do today. But on a little lighter note, we're going to focus on Santa Claus. We're going to show you some amazing Santa Clauses from around the world and some beautiful jewelry that's also from around the world, Santa Claus jewelry, and beautiful giftable items too, of course, and some beautiful alpaca sweaters and ponchos. And this particular Santa Claus has been giving me so much trouble. So excited to get right into it. Okay, so Jenna is there waiting in the chat, as always, to give you t-shirts, beautiful t-shirts, and $50 gift certificates from NOVICA. So to get them, you got to join her in the chat. She'd love to talk with you. I'd love to read all your comments after. So we're going to give those, of course, randomly to several people that are in the chat today. And please hit that like button. You know that helps us drive the algorithm so more people see the show. And we're all here for one reason. That's to help change the world for better by bringing attention to incredible artisans in very remote regions of the world who work very hard and are selling artisan direct through NOVICA.com. So everything that I'm going to show you today is very easily purchasable during the show on that link right there, the first pin link that you see in the comments. And you just click on that and you can have your shopping cart open and add stuff to it or take stuff out and wait to check out if you want till the end. But if you buy right now during this live show, everything's 15% off the prices, the regular NOVICA prices, which are already, of course, amazing because they're all artisan direct. So let's get right to it. Wanted to mention a couple things. Secret Santa, of course, we're all thinking about that if we work in work environments, traditional work environments. Maybe less of us these days. I'm working from home. But hopefully we'll have a little Secret Santa celebration at NOVICA headquarters in Los Angeles this year. Hi, Mr. Santa Claus. And also a little bit about the history of Santa Claus, which is so fascinating. There's so much like urban legend about it. So I really did some deep dive research into that, just to give you guys a few nuggets of what I found out, what's true and what isn't. So let's see. Oh, and for everybody watching after the live show, because I know a lot of people can't watch while we're live, and most of our watchers end up watching over the weekend. If you guys see this after the show, everything you're seeing right now, and everything on NOVICA, and that counts for everybody watching live as well. On NOVICA.com, you can enter episode 10 at checkout. You can fill your shopping cart with all your holiday shopping and all your autumn shopping and all your Thanksgiving shopping. Enter episode 10 and get 15% off. This is episode 10, Santa Claus episode, but that's a 15% off anything and everything. So please go for that. That's good through the weekend. So today's Thursday, so that's through Sunday. All right, so Santa Claus history. We've got Saint Nick, Santa Claus, Father Christmas. Where does it all originate? There's some different origin stories that have different bases, but essentially Saint Nicholas was an actual bishop in the 4th century, so 4th century after Christ. And he's in what is now modern-day Turkey, but at the time was part of the Roman Empire. And he was considered a very benevolent bishop. And, for example, is supposedly, reportedly, dropped some gold coins, for example, down a chimney of a poor family that had 3 daughters that they were unable to provide a dowry for. So they weren't going to be able to marry and might have fallen to disrepute as a result of that lack of dowry. So Saint Nicholas, the bishop who became a saint, may have, we believe, started the tradition of Santa Claus going down the chimney. And then there are some other European and Germanic traditions that are all woven in there. But the real Santa Claus that we know today, I shouldn't say the real Santa Claus, but the roly-poly guy that we see in the shopping mall and in some of our images here too, was really a character developed or that evolved just in the very beginning of the last century, so in the early 1900s, and not through a Coke or Pepsi commercial, though they did show the roly-poly red and white Santa Claus. But actually before that, he was on several covers of a magazine called Puck. And then that gave the soft drink companies the idea to go big. And that's how we have the Santa Claus we have today. So that's a fun story. A couple other little tidbits. You know, there's this Santa Claus school that still exists. It's been going on since 1937, when a man named Charles Howard in New York, who was in, I think it was the big Macy's parade or in some of the big Christmas parades, and he was dressed very properly as this new version of Santa Claus, the big roly-poly guy with the beard. And he was just so dismayed to see all the shabby Santa Clauses that were showing up to do other Santa Claus events. So he developed a Santa Claus school, which still operates today and has students every year, to make sure Santa Clauses learn the proper etiquette, the proper dress, and the proper cleanliness, and so forth. So I thought that was kind of fun too. And then one last note, the whole Secret Santa thing. So that traces back to 1971 in Mississippi. I'm looking at my notes here. When a homeless man wandered into the Dixie Diner, he ordered the most expensive breakfast, all the breakfast things he could eat because he was starving, as the story goes. And the owner, and he wasn't planning to pay, which he later admitted, and the owner already knew the deal and knew he wasn't going to pay and kind of could tell. So he came up behind him, dropped a $20 bill, picked it up and said, "Oh, I think you dropped this." And then the man was able to pay his breakfast bill and had a little change left over. So he vowed then and there, this homeless man that had no money, that one day he would be the Secret Santa Claus. And he became a millionaire in telecommunications of some sort, wireless, I think later. And he gave away $1 million before he died in smaller bills, as the Secret Santa Claus. And nobody knew who that Secret Santa was until on his deathbed, he turned over the reins to the guy who is the current Secret Santa Claus. I think he's still the current Secret Santa Claus, who has given away several $1 million in $20 bills. Since when was that transition? Larry Stewart. And then the new Secret Santa arrived in 2006 when Larry Stewart stopped his role. So that's Secret Santa. So when you guys are preparing all over the place for Secret Santa gifts, think about the really wonderful benevolence that went behind that original idea, and it makes it all the more special. And with that in mind, why give junk that nobody really wants, when very affordably you can buy beautiful things that people will treasure and that'll actually become heirlooms? All of these Christmas ornaments and decor, for example, I'm going to show you today, in the Christmas jewelry, they're all handmade and they all come with a real story and even a, I'll show you later, a beautiful little note card. That's a keepsake card that talks about the artisan and the inspiration behind each item. So it's such a wonderful thing to gift. So when you think about what you're going to give this season, make it all about shopping at NOVICA, please. Everybody appreciates you. The box store doesn't particularly, not in the way that we do and all the artisans do. So that's my wish for today. And if you guys can, everybody watching, if you can like it and share it, we'd be so grateful. Everybody shares with 2 friends. That, of course, everybody's going to be shopping this year, whether it's for Hanukkah, whether it's for Christmas. Share away, and then more people will know and more people will work with us to help change the world for the better, which we've been doing since 1999 by helping connect very remote artisans with amazing customers, millions of customers in more than 100 countries around the world. All right, so we're going to dive right into this guy who's hiding behind me. Father Christmas, is his name. He's a hand-carved wooden statuette by Ali Mohammed in West Africa. Now, in West Africa, of course, we also have a very strong Santa Claus tradition. He is portrayed as black, of course, and typically with the white and red or gold and red robes, and always wearing sandals, which this guy doesn't have anything in particular on. But in West Africa, of course, since it's hotter, he's usually wearing sandals. And so that's the tradition there. Christmas celebrations, usually Christmas service runs very late into the night with a lot of festivities in Ghana, where I've been a few times to our Artisan Empowerment Hub, and revolves around a big feast too. Usually stew is served, and then fufu, of course. I don't know if anyone, chat in the comments with Jenna so I can see later if anyone's tried fufu, which is a very staple food in West Africa, and I've seen it made. It's so laborious. So you take cassava, plantain, or some very starchy root like that, and you're grinding it in a mortar and pestle traditionally. And so you can just stop at roadside food stands, and the person will be grinding fufu and then kneading it into this kind of gooey dough. And then that is cooked and served along with stew. So you kind of dip it in the stew and kind of like instead of bread. So this Father Christmas, let me tell you a little bit about his details. He's quite large and very friendly. Yeah, he's 20.5 inches high. And so in Ghana, children know Santa Claus as Papa Branya. And yeah, wearing sandals and a beautiful robe. And let's see, what can I tell you? Oh, Robert purchased this. He says it's a beautiful addition to our collection. The photo drew my wife and I in. We collect unique Santas. When we saw Allie's Father Christmas, we bought it and hoped the piece would be as special as the photo promised. It is a beautiful piece that will remain in our family forever. We love it! Exclamation mark. Yep. He gets so many 5-star reviews. 2 other people purchased this Santa Claus. Terry says, one of the favorites in my Santa collection. Beautifully handcrafted, unique, and such a find. I agree. DQ from New Jersey says, this Santa is very unique. The detail is great, and it is very well made. Yeah, he hand carved every bit of this from a single piece of wood. Painted it. Oh, and to finish it, I think he said that he uses a mud finish to antique it. Yeah, it looks very antique and old. And that's from him very carefully finishing it with a mud finish, which doesn't rub off, I'm glad to say. DQ from New Jersey says, this Santa is very unique. The detail is great, and it is very well made. I had been eyeing this for some time. I am so glad I finally made the purchase. Looking forward to displaying it. Yeah, okay. So that's Mr. Father Christmas from West Africa. And Ali, the artist, Ali Muhammad, says, since I am curious by nature, I always want to find out how things are done. I was good at learning through watching my brother when he was carving, and then I would try my hand and would ask for assistance when needed. And his brother is a NOVICA artisan, Salihu Ibrahim. He's been with us forever, also from West Africa. So Ali Muhammad is his younger brother. And let's see, I think we have a picture of Ali in there. Let's see, he says, this helped me develop and master my carving skills. So he worked for his brother for some years. He said, when I completed junior high, my parents could not further my education, so I joined my brother, Salihu. I got paid for the work I did for him, which I saved to buy my own tools. After 12 years of working with my brother, I started to work on my own. I have now taught other carvers and currently have 4 carvers working with me. Yeah, so he has his own business and his own feature page on NOVICA with his whole collection of many beautiful things, including this Father Christmas that he's very proud of. And we are too. Let's see. All right, we're moving on to the next item. Kind of hate to give this guy up. This Santa Claus is by Tia Linda Siegel in Peru. This has such a great story. Okay, Father Christmas is going back here. We'll see if he doesn't really want to stay out of the limelight, I've noticed. We'll see if he'll stay there for a little while. Keep slipping. All right, so this gourd art, I collect these, is so amazing and so traditional in Peru, and it goes way back. So this is a gourd, so like a plant, like a squash, basically. And you can see where the stem was right there. And these are carefully dried. This is a big tradition of these particular gourds in a particular region that I'm going to tell you about in Peru. And so they dry the gourds and then they engrave them. So all of this is very finely engraved by hand. Every little mark on here, his belt, his gloves, eyes, all this is painstakingly engraved by Tia Linda. And then she does some burning here with a different tool. And then she's painting and dyeing the whole thing in these colors. It's a very painstaking process. And wait till you hear her story. So yeah, so you can see he's bearing gifts. and his belt goes all the way around. So he's designed to be on the table, maybe at your entrance table. Could be part of your Christmas table decor. Could be part of the centerpiece that you might put together. And what a beautiful gift, or a secret Santa gift. Why not give this with a beautiful story and a beautiful tag, a beautiful hand-printed tag that stays with it forever, that tells the story of the artisan and the history behind it, and that it's from Peru, which is so freaking cool. All right, so let me tell you a little bit about what she says. Let's see. Oh yeah, so 3.9 inches high. Oh, it's a little bit bigger than that. Let's see. Well, 4 inches high. Well, this one's a little bit larger. I would say that's more like 5. But of course, every gourd is squash grown on its own, so they're all going to be a little bit different. This one is, well, you can see about the size and shape. They're all going to be a little different, but with the same kind of Santa Claus pattern on it. So let me tell you about Tia Linda. She's a 5-star artisan, very popular in NOVICA. She does some of the Christmas style decor, and she also does all sorts of regular amazing decor made out of these. One of the first things I did at NOVICA when I traveled to Peru in my first year with NOVICA, year 2000, I brought home a whole beautiful set from, I think it was from Tia Linda, of gourds that were not Santa Claus themed, but they are ornaments, and they came in a beautiful box. I think we still have those too on the site. And they don't have the red, they're all different colors. So she says, I feel a real passion for carrying on this art. It's the most wonderful gift that I could have ever received as an inheritance. Yes, she says, I've loved this art for as long as I can remember. My grandparents engraved gourds, and so did my parents. So this is a true ongoing historic tradition in her community. She says, I love depicting scenes of daily life in the Andes and sharing that culture and tradition of the culture and traditions of my hometown. And these are called mate gourds in Peru, the name for this particular fruit of a plant, fruit of a vine. So like a squash, grows on a vine. You can hear all the seeds in there, like pumpkin seeds. Yeah, these also make good rattlers. Oops, Miss Santa Claus is taking a bow behind me. Okay, so she says that one of my dreams is to be recognized as a master artisan in this world of engraved mate gourds. And it is a world unto itself. There are master carvers and creators in this realm. She says, I always want to be the best I can be and leave my children the best I have to give. I want to share the happiness I feel when the world takes an interest in our culture and way of life. So I have maybe 20, 25 of these that I put on my Christmas tree every year. And but not this Santa Claus one. I haven't seen him yet. So I think this is new, fairly new. So that's from Tia Linda. And yeah, that's the story. Okay. Now I'm going to show you this. Oh, I'm so excited about this. Oh, wait, no, that's next. Okay, paper mache ornaments from India are coming up next. And these are by Vida Hussein. Okay, now there's another tradition going way back in his family of paper mache. So, and these are the gorgeous keepsake cards that come with every single item you buy from NOVICA. All artisan direct, amazing prices. Join Jen in the chat. We're giving away gift certificates and these beautiful NOVICA t-shirts so you can help be our ambassador out in the world. NOVICA on the back and give voice to the creative on the front. We'd love to give some of those away to you today. So join her in the chat. There are random drawings. She'll let you know later. But everything you buy from NOVICA comes with this beautiful gift card. Whether you buy it as a gift or not, you get to keep the name of the artist and a little story about them, and a little story about the item and the name of the item. So these are called Bringing Gifts, and they come in this little pouch with a little gold drawstring from Vida Hussein in India. He's in Jaipur, I think. So these are all handcrafted in his family's long tradition of paper mache. They all come with hangers on them. So those are very traditional Santa Clauses. And they're all different sizes, intentionally. Let's see. Yeah, the largest is 6.25 inches high. The smallest is 3.5 inches high. And so I'll tell you a little bit about Vida. And remember, everything right now, if you put it in your shopping cart, which is linked in the top pinned comment, wherever you're watching, we're on 4 or 5 platforms simulcasting. So whatever platform you're watching on, you can see the shopping cart there at the link. And then without leaving the show, you can put anything you'd like in your shopping cart and check out later. But if you do it right now while we're live, 15% off everything we're showing you. All that's automatically calculated in the shopping cart, so you'll be able to see that. Let me tell you a little bit about Fida Hussein, who makes these. He says, I was born and raised in the beautiful valley of Srinagar, Kashmir, which is for me the coolest place on earth. Okay, I thought he was Jaipur. But my father is a paper mache craftsman, a family tradition that has been handed down from generation to generation. He says, I grew up watching him create beautiful things. When I left school, I decided to join my father full time. I really want to promote the beauty of this paper mache craft, and they are very masterfully crafted, which I've inherited from our ancestors. Most of our designs are our own creations, mostly inspired from ancient styles and motifs. Nature and the scenic beauty of Kashmir also inspire our artworks. He has a whole collection on NOVICA, and you can read his full bio, of course, on NOVICA. I'm giving you some snippets here, but that beautiful set of 4 is right now 15% off, and will ship to you in plenty of time for your Secret Santa parties and your gift parties and your holidays. So that is that. And of course, we want to make sure we put that beautiful gift card back in the gift pouch. And then, of course, if you're seeing this over the weekend and shopping on NOVICA, you can also make sure to check out our premium gift wrap, which is an option on NOVICA.com. Everything comes even more beautifully gift wrapped, and the prices are super reasonable. Oh, I have a woodpecker. Can you hear the woodpecker on my roof? Okay, so let's see. So that's called the Serene Santa Paper Mache Ornament. Oh, no, this is the Serene. So we have 2 paper mache. I thought we just had one. So this is from Armenia. I'm so excited to finally have something from Armenia to show you. That's one of our relatively newer regions. We've been working with the Armenian artists now all year and started opening up our Artisan Empowerment Hub there last year. But we've been waiting to promote it because we are so busy onboarding artisans. But this is from one of our Armenian artisans. And you can see it's very traditional, old style Santa Claus, but with a more roly-poly one that emerged in the beginning of the 20th century here in the United States. That image kind of transformed. This guy's super cute. I love that he comes on a very natural jute string there. So, and then she signed her name on the back. Of course, as most everything from NOVICA, the artisan will hand sign it. So this is paper mache too. And that is from Rima Petrosian in Armenia. She says, after a magical Christmas night, Santa sleeps peacefully. Oh yeah, it's so interesting. I was trying to get him to stand up, and I was leaning him on all these things. I was thinking, well, he really wants to lay down. So you can either stand him up, but her whole idea is that he is asleep. So she says, after a magical Christmas night, Santa sleeps peacefully, dreaming about all those happy moments that he's made come true. So she calls that Serene Santa. That's about 5 inches. That's about 5 inches high. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about her. I'm so excited because I'm just getting to know about these Armenian artisans that we're featuring. And everybody, I think you know, Armenia is one more region of the world that's in serious conflict right now. There's a refugee crisis brewing there, potentially. So we're really wanting to send some love to our Armenian artisans and help support them right now through their time of crises. And so would love to send some love to her. Rima Petrosian. Oh, I'm so excited to now be featuring the Armenian artisans too. She says in 2018, she specializes in Christmas, everything Christmas as an artisan. All year round, she does Christmas themes. She says, in 2018, I began making Christmas toys. The holiday season has always held a sense of magic and wonder for me. And I believe that the Christmas tree should reflect moods. Yeah, so she has all different themes for Christmas. You'll see if you go to her NOVICA.com page. But again, right now, any of these items, including her Peaceful Santa, is available right now. While we're talking, right there in the Buy Now shopping cart. Everything 15% off if you buy it during the live stream. She says, the holiday season has always held a sense of magic. I am to decorate with my tree with magical, dreamy, sometimes funny, and sometimes highly emotional toys that would be passed down through generations, carrying memories and spreading positive energy. Love that. She says, over time, these toys have evolved from being merely Christmas decorations to becoming interior decor. Wait till you see everything that she's got on her catalog on NOVICA.com. She says, each character I create is sketched well in advance with so much attention given to details and color schemes. To date, I have created more than 2,000 characters, all Christmas themed, not all of which are on NOVICA yet. Some of which I recreate periodically, but we've picked her best of the best that we think are the best of the best, and that's what we have showcased now. She says, my toys adorn Christmas trees and homes across different parts of the world already. Oh, love that. Yes, now's the time. If you're shopping for Christmas decor, make sure you buy it now so it arrives in plenty of time and in plenty of time to gift, because these make such awesome gifts for Secret Santa, of course. Give a gift with meaning. What we give is like, it says so much about who we are as people, and everybody watching this is here, as I am, for one reason, because we're trying to make a difference. We are making a difference. We've already, you, customers watching this now and all over the weekend when more people have time to log in and see this after the live stream, you are changing the world. 24 years now through NOVICA, we've sent, with your assistance, more than $1.3 or $4 million to artisans in very remote regions of the world. And we are growing in leaps and bounds, and we're going to grow even faster if you like, comment, and share this live stream so more people can learn about us. And what a great time during the holidays when everybody's trying to figure out what they're going to get and maybe plan ahead before Black Friday, which of course NOVICA makes the big deal about too, but those will be different items. We'll show you then. So Rima says, oh, we already talked about Rima. Yeah, okay. So let's move on to, oh my gosh, everybody's crazy about these that's seen them. I had these in the picture for today's show. Are these guys adorable or what? Santa Duck's Statuette Trio by Susie Susanti in Bali. She's actually from Java, but now she lives in Bali. And she works directly with our Artisan Empowerment Hub in Bali, which I've spent some wonderful time at several times. I've been there and had amazing experiences with those artisans. I haven't met Susie yet, but I really look forward to meeting her. So this is a duck family, all dressed for Christmas, all in Santa suits, and they're so adorable. I mean, put these in your foyer or as part of your centerpiece, or give them away as your Secret Santa gift or multiple gifts. You could buy the set. It comes as a set. And then you'd have 3 unique different gifts. So you'd have 3 holiday decor gifts. So many people gift ornaments, of course, and holiday decor. I always get an ornament from my wonderful beloved Aunt Anne in New York, and from several other people, you know, who give you ornaments based on things they know you like. These are so sweet and adorable, aren't they? Are they just precious? They're all hand carved out of sustainable sese wood. I think it's sese wood, and definitely sustainable. And acacia wood. Oh no, I'm sorry. Duck family, hand carved from sustainable natural bamboo root. So not just the bamboo. The reason it doesn't look so obviously like bamboo is it's made from the large root system of the bamboo. Amazing. Yeah, fully sustainable, very sustainable. And then she has acacia wood accents. So those would be like the feet and the eye, all hand carved. And then she's made these little outfits for them. So this back is all a glazed paint, as is the whole suit. And then these beautiful furry accents for that. Oh, these are so adorable. Yeah, these are definitely favorites. So those come as a set. Buy them right now at the link that's pinned in whatever location you're watching. We're simulcasting all over the place. So wherever you're watching right now, there's a first link that's pinned where you can buy everything you're seeing right now or your favorites, all 15% off. So highly recommend that. Let me see. What can I tell you about those? Timothy says, I just received these fun guys and look so forward to being able to add them to my Christmas decorations. Beautifully executed and fun! Exclamation mark. I agree. Highly recommend them. Brenda says, I originally purchased this set as a gift. However, I've decided to gift it to myself. They are adorable and of the highest quality. This artist is the best. I agree. They're super high quality and so cute. ZK in Seattle, Washington says, I love this duck family. I'm going to hate to put them away in January. Yep, I agree. Let me tell you a little bit about Susie Susanti, the amazing carver. She only does ducks. She has a passion for ducks. And again, she's in Bali now, but originally from Java. And so she does all sorts of ducks. This is her Santa family, but she does ducks. Oh, they're just hilarious. Fun ones, serious ones, cute ones. And her business has grown so big. Let me tell you a little bit about that. She says, I realized that duck sculptures are charming, funny, and unique. After that, I focused exclusively on carving ducks. I was born in a charming town in East Java, known for its friendly people. Most of the people here are farmers, and the rest craft traditional musical instruments. Oh, we're going to have some musical instruments in an upcoming episode, maybe around New Year's. So stay tuned. All right. She says, I work with the help of my husband, and we also have 25 helpers now who work in their homes. We work with saws and simple manual tools. My husband designs the painting themes. So she's in charge of carving. He's in charge of painting. And yeah, that's her story. So we love her and all of her things. It's hard to not feature her every week because she has so many funny things that just catch your eye. So adorable. So her whole collection's on NOVICA.com, and her much longer bio, of course, as is the bio of every artisan that we feature. Thousands and thousands of artisans in remote regions of the world. And everything fair trade. That's why we're here. That's our mission. That's why we launched in 1999. To change the world by creating a marketplace where artisans in remote regions could actually access directly customers such as yourself around the world. We now ship to more than 100 countries from many, many countries throughout Asia, Africa, and Latin America. We have a few artisans also in Europe. And soon, let's see, where else? Well, Armenia just launched, and we're also now in Central Asia. So we're going to show you some Uzbekistan items coming up pretty soon too, and Kazakhstan, where I just returned from this summer. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're moving on now to this. Oh, this is so beautiful. Now we go from being very cute and adorable to being very serious and very heirloom worthy. These two gentlemen, Santa Clauses, are sold as a pair. They're Thai Celadon ceramics. And if you were tuned in last week, and the week before, you would have learned so much that we talked about the history of Celadon ceramics and the Thai tradition that became different, originally originating in China and then becoming its own art form in Thailand as well, a little bit different. So these are just so beautifully made, and with this really amazing historic art form of Celadon ceramics, which tend to have that greenish hue to them, which we learned all about the oxidization process last week. Okay, so pale green, yellow, and turquoise. If Tara's watching, she's asked us to talk about the colors a little more. So yeah, pale green, yellow, and turquoise, and of course everything's handmade, so everything's gonna be a little bit different, but generally they'll look like you're seeing now. They hang from satin ribbons, about 3.9 inches high. Yes, so these ribbons are so cool. I didn't know this till they arrived. I was like, oh, where's the hanger? I read about the satin ribbon, but look at this. It's on the back, along with a little label that you can remove. And so you can pull that out and affix it to the tree. And it pulls out farther too. Or you can not pull it out. And then you can just have him not as an ornament, but as even a non-Christmas wise man that could be sitting on your collectible shelf with amazing, they're so precious, and such an amazing story of the artisan. Yeah, and so everyone is a little bit unique because, as with everything at NOVICA, everything is handmade, fair trade, artisan direct. Our artisan empowerment hubs in each of the regions, we're all over the world now, big staffs that are helping the artisans make sure quality control everything, pack and ship so everything arrives seamlessly to you in time for the holidays, and beautifully gift wrap if you so choose. So highly recommend. So Martha purchased these two gentlemen, which I think could either be wise men or Santa Clauses. Martha says, I love the Santa Claus ornaments. I left the ribbon tucked inside, like I just showed you, because I want to leave them out on display year round. I love the style and the two different colors. They ship very promptly. Peter says, wonderful, exclamation mark. These ornaments are great. I keep a set on a coffee table all year round. Yeah, so this is something you could also gift for Secret Santa or for the holidays or for yourself. But what a great, easy, small, super affordable, but really meaningful heirloom type gift to give to a family member or a friend at work, depending on your Secret Santa level rules. Yeah, so let me tell you a little bit about the artisan in Thailand. I think we've mentioned her to you in a previous episode too. Duankamo Sri Sukri is how you pronounce her name, with my accent anyway. She's in Thailand. She makes handmade celadon tableware and decor accessories. So all sorts of beautiful tableware plates. She's got a beautiful collection. Elephants, of course. In Thailand. She's amazing. She says, I never tire of working in celadon ceramics, which I've been doing since 1980. And she's been with us, I think, since the beginning, since about year 2000. I think I met her on my first trip to Thailand. I'm pretty sure I own 3 plates that she made that I use always over my regular plates. They're just so beautiful. All celadon with that beautiful, intentionally crackled greenish hue finish. She says, each piece I work on involves hours of reading and researching to get the most accurate details. Yeah, she does a lot of historic replica type of things as well. She says, I hope that my products will inspire a lot of people to see the beauty of ceramics. Each creation I make has many stories to tell, which of course you'll learn about when you shop on NOVICA. But you'll also, even if you're shopping in the app right now, where you'll read about the item, everything comes with a beautiful gift card, because coming direct from NOVICA's Artisan Empowerment Hub. So you receive the card with it that tells you a little bit about each item in the artisan, in this case, Tuankamo from Thailand. All right, so now I'm going to tell you a little bit about these earrings I'm wearing. Super cute. All hand beaded. Oh, so much work was put into these. You can see how much detail, every little bead hand done. By Miriam Zett in Guatemala. She's a super cool chick. I love her. She's a great artisan. These are, what a great Secret Santa. These would be, especially at the price that they're at. Super affordable. So you're not going to go over the rules if there's a Secret Santa limit at work. Very tiny seed beads. So every bead is actually a seed as opposed to plastic. I love that. Meticulously placed one by one. You see Santa's rosy cheek, his beard, and his little holly ornaments up on his hat. Yeah. So, oh goodness, we have 2 things by Miriam. So we have these. Let me tell you a little bit about her, and then I'll tell you about the other item we have. Let's see. So she focuses exclusively on beaded and macrame style jewelry. She says, I'm a native of a small village on the outskirts of the majestic Lake Atitlan. I'd love to know if you've been there. Remember, Jenna's giving away $50 gift certificates in the chat if you're chatting with her, and beautiful brand new NOVICA t-shirts. And we'd love you to wear them and be our ambassador. So can't win those if you're not chatting with her, and she's going to give some randomly away and let you know at the end of the show if you won, and get your address and we can ship those to you. And the gift card is so beautiful. Those of you who know NOVICA know how beautiful our gift cards is. What an amazing gift for Christmas, birthdays, holidays too. You can get them in any amount. We're giving away $50 ones. So you can order these on NOVICA at any amount, and they come like this with NOVICA embossed across there. You see that? And in a beautiful handmade cloth bag. So perfect for gifting. They come in the mail. They're impressive. It's not like getting a gift card from your local supermarket or big box store. This is really special, you guys. Give away many. You're helping support the artisans, our mission, and really opening people's eyes that don't yet know about that they can shop artisan direct from amazing people all over the world and change lives in the process, which is the reason we're all here. And we know that that's why you're watching, and that's why you are already a NOVICA fan. So we're speaking to the choir, but that's why if you share with a couple of people you know the live stream right now, then more people will see it. And over the weekend too, even when we're not live, please share it. People will get a kick out of watching this and seeing all the different things. This is definitely the holiday decor shopping. It is just full steam at NOVICA right now, NOVICA.com. We are packing and shipping constantly from all regions of the world. Thousands of beautiful Christmas themed and Hanukkah themed handmade works of art, and birthday themed and everything themed, because we have more than 75,000 handmade products with the artisan featured next to them, and NOVICA at any given time. All limited edition, small quantity items, almost all of them. Miriam says, I am a native of a small village on the outskirts of Lake Ajilan, which is surrounded by mountains and volcanoes that have watched me grow up. Oh, I just had to read that to you because that was such an eloquent way to put it. The mountains and volcanoes that have watched me grow up. Yeah, Lake Ajilan is gorgeous. If you haven't been there, I'd love to know if you have. Let us know in the chat. But surrounded by volcanoes. Oh, it's spectacular. She says, I am dedicated to the creation of beaded jewelry, a traditional art from this area of the country that I inherited from my grandparents. With a lot of love and patience, my mother taught me this art from a young age. I fell in love with every color and every shape. For me, it was a new world where I could fully develop my imagination, forming marvelous creations. My parents were my biggest fans. They always supported me in everything that I did. I'm going to read a little more because her bio is so moving. And then I'm going to show you another item that she has that's perfect for Christmas. Yeah, she has these beautiful, maybe you could show us those, Jim. Beautiful drink tags. It's a set of 10, I believe. I'll give you those details in just a minute. Those are all Christmas themed, all a little different. So she hand beads every single one of those and sells them as a very affordable set. And again, if you're watching right now during the live stream, 15% off everything you see right now if you shop in-app. In any of the platform, whatever platform you're watching on, that is going to be automatically calculated in your shopping cart. And if you're watching after the live stream, have no fear. Just enter episode 10, TEN, it's our 10th episode, in your shopping cart at checkout at NOVICA.com, and you'll get 15% off everything you put in your shopping cart. So fill it up, shop it for the holidays between now and Sunday, and you'll get off 15% off if you enter that code at checkout. Off everything. Put as much as you want in there. And artisans always make full price. Very important to mention. NOVICA takes that hit because we really want to promote these artisans, really want to show them some love. All the artisans around the world, this is their big sales quarter, the fourth quarter, last quarter of the year, which is all when everybody's shopping for gifts. And we are the leading handcrafts gift site in the world. So this is when everybody's working so hard to make all the customers around the world happy, get things to you perfectly and on time and speedy delivery. So help us out by shopping early and enjoy these great discounts too. So a little more about Miriam while Jim's showing you those beautiful drink tags, a set of 12. Prices are incredible. She says, my dream is to be able to continue helping economically in my home and develop even more pieces to showcase, which allows me to enable more women with opportunities. So she's able to hire, especially during her high season right now, other expert beaders in her area right there at Lake Atitlan to help her fulfill her orders. So she loves helping spread the love in her community, as we do by helping give her business. And again, artisans are in full price always. So if you ever see a discount at NOVICA, that's NOVICA taking that hit so that the artisans can get promoted. She says, work around here is very scarce and poverty is a very common thing in our communities around the lake. It's very true. She says, I know that I cannot change the whole country overnight, but I know that beginning with my small environment, I can achieve a lot of things through the help of God, my determination, and my strength. All these things have helped me get where I am today. I am infinitely thankful to each show of confidence in my pieces, since they carry history, desires, dreams, and plenty of love. Thank you very much for your purchases. That's from Miriam Zet in Guatemala. And if you check out her longer bio on NOVICA.com, you'll see that she's a many times over 5-star artist, favorite artist on NOVICA. And you can see why her attention to detail and her mastery of her craft and the darling things that she creates are. So she's made these earrings for us today and the drink tags for the Christmas showcase, for the Santa Claus showcase. We're going to have more Christmas ornaments, I think, next week too. But today, all Santa Claus themed. So that is her wonderful story. Oh, and then I told you I would tell you a little bit about these drink tags. So there are 12 of those. They're called Refreshing Celebrations is the name she's given them, set of 12. All glass beaded. Okay, so these are all seed beads. So not plastic, but seeds that she has beaded together. And in the ornaments there, for the drink ornaments to tell one drink apart for Christmas parties and celebrations, they're all glass beads, accented with various Christmas icons to differentiate drinks. Stainless steel ring underneath for durability. She said the smallest piece is 0.6 inches high. The largest is 1.2 inches high. So she's made a variety there of those beautiful little Christmas decorations for your holiday parties. All right. Yep. Love her. She's so awesome. Oh my gosh. Now we're going to move into a little apparel and then we're going to come back again. But we're going to show you some cool apparel, which you don't see here yet. You do see these. Okay. Gentle Clouds Alpaca Gloves by Sebastian Aliana Condreri in Peru. Okay, these are hand knit by him. Super cut. Wait till you hear his story. I think he's 90. Yeah, he's 90 years old. Oh my gosh, he's been with us for a while. So these are all hand knit. They're 90% alpaca wool. So alpaca, of course, we've talked about in previous episodes. The alpaca are shorn like sheep, so they're not damaged at all. They're relieved to get rid of all that winter coat. So when the weather changes, they're shorn. And the alpaca fleece, so in a sheep it's wool and in alpaca it's fleece, is very carefully cleaned and purified, and then oh my goodness, eventually after it's made into threads, then it's knitted, in this case hand knit into these beautiful gloves. There is no better Secret Santa gift or Christmas gift to have. Wonderfully traditional, and even more so because these are traditional, but beautifully also perfect for modern day, perfect for skiing. They're so pretty, and they're all hand knit by this wonderful 90-year-old man who in the Andes, I'm going to tell you his story. So beautiful. And they're alpaca, so hypoallergenic. They've got 10% wool in them, but the alpaca is hypoallergenic for people like us that try to avoid too much wool. And you know, some, especially like the vicuña, which is a strain of alpaca, but I think alpaca in general was originally reserved for Incan royalty. It was such a considered, and still is, such a special fabric. It's like the king of fabrics. It's so much softer and lighter weight than wool, and just considered, you know, one of the finest things. Doesn't tend to pill also, so that makes it unique from wool. So anyway, these are beautiful, perfect for adults, for youth, for gifting. Perfect gift. I would so be thrilled if I opened these up and they were under my tree. And yeah, and you know, the nice thing about gloves too, giving mitts and gloves, like scarves as well. So always think about these items for Christmas. And the reason they tend to be such popular items for Christmas gifting and birthday gifting, winter gifting in general, is of course because of the sense of coziness and warmth that's really, I think, conveying love, you know, by the giver. So, you know, we feel cared for when we get a gift like this that is meant to make us feel more comfortable and cozy. So I think there's a lot of thought, subconscious or otherwise, that goes into giving gifts like this, and sweaters for Christmas too. It's the idea that you want somebody to be embraced with your love and looked after and taken care of. So love the idea of gifts very much for Christmas. Perfect for Secret Santa instead of a throwaway gift that's polluting the planet and maybe gets a laugh, but then everybody wishes they had the other cool thing. That's the cool thing. Any one of these items would be so great for Secret Santa. So she's calling those the Gentle Clouds Alpaca Gloves. Oh, it's by Sebastian. Sebastian Aliana Condreri in Peru, 90 years old. Rochelle purchased them. She says, warm and toasty gloves. These gloves fit perfectly. They're very well made and so nice and warm. I'm so pleased with my purchase. Yes. And Sebastian, here's his amazing story. He says, my wife also knits. I love colors. The combinations and their happiness is part of life for people from Huancavelica, which is the area he's in. We work hard in Peru. He says, we work hard day by day so that our history reaches beyond borders, so that our textiles can be recognized in every corner of the world. Imagine that. That's the miracle of NOVICA. That's why we were founded in 1999, so that we could change lives primarily for a very marginalized part of our world, which were artisans in remote regions that were traditionally selling to local middlemen who sold to regional middlemen who sold to multiple levels of international middlemen before they ever showed up at your fancy shop in New York or LA or Idaho or wherever you're going to purchase something beautiful like this at an incredibly high price. But the artisans were traditionally making pennies on the dollar and living largely in poverty. And what NOVICA pioneered, and we really pioneered that on a large scale, was artisan direct before Etsy or any of these companies came about, long before they did, and in a way that they still don't, because we are able to reach artisans that still aren't able to get themselves online and navigate all of the customs and shipping and everything that we do so seamlessly, so that you purchase it and pay almost nothing for shipping. Shipping is so nominal because we, well, that's another long story. I'll explain how the magic that we do with that to make it affordable to purchase from Sebastian in the Andes of Peru, and to really transform his life and his livelihood by allowing him to be recognized for his work. And the artisans speak to this all the time, how, they were outside their village, they were not known. And inside their village, they were the poor person that wasn't able to often earn a living. That's why so many of these traditions were actually being lost, because they weren't economically viable. So we are working so hard and so successfully for 24 years to help make these ancient traditions viable economically for the artisans, so that they can sell and return. Oftentimes artisans are returning. So for example, Sebastian becomes successful, needs help fulfilling his orders. He's able to hire other master weavers in his community to help fulfill his orders, who had perhaps migrated to Lima or a big city to become taxi drivers, or construction, or whatever they had to do to try to put food on the table, because their traditional crafts weren't doing that for them anymore. And that we find historically through so much of the world, regions that don't have easy access to the internet or more direct commerce, for example, like artisans in the US and Europe tend to have. So that's why we have focused on artisans in developing nations, or emerging nations, as we just like to say, remote regions. So that's the story of Sebastian. He says, I was born in 1933. I am 90 years old now. From my childhood on, I saw the people of my village create wonderful things with their hands. I come from a very humble family, and for us, handicrafts are a part of our lives, enabling us to support our families. We lived in a small and simple house, but thanks to our textiles now, we've been able to build brick walls and to make it more secure. We are a family that is supportive of one another. We all belong to one single unit. Oh, I love that. We have to remember that, everybody. It's a wonderful thing the holidays do in whichever tradition, Hanukkah, Christmas, Thanksgiving, that these traditions that we are so accustomed to here, especially in the West. Yes, there is some straying from tradition sometimes, but most importantly, they bring us together, and bring us together as family of blood or family of friends, and remind us that together we are much greater than we are ourselves. So yeah, anyway, so I love what he says. We all belong to one single unit. I give thanks to God for being able to get ahead and reach a market for my work. So imagine that, 90 years old in the Andes, hand weaving these right now, hand knitting these right now for you to put them in your shopping cart right now. I literally have goosebumps that he is there right now. It's daytime right now still in the Andes, and he is hard at work nonstop, because this is when all the artisans are working so hard to fulfill orders for the fourth quarter, which is right now. We are already in full on holiday gift shopping mode at NOVICA.com. It's all hands on deck from here on out. And all these artisans are so excited and would love to make Sebastian's day by having anybody who loves those. You've got to know somebody that would love to get those for a gift or send them to me. I love them. Yeah, such a wonderful thing to give, or for a Secret Santa. Gloves, perfect gift. Okay, so I could talk about that forever, and how important mission is, and having meaning behind every gift you give. Why give from a big box store when readily available at comparable prices or less? You can buy artisan direct with an artisan name and a story behind it, rather than an anonymous gift from a big box store, which we're all kind of rebelling against, all of us that are here watching today. So share, like, share with friends that need to learn about this alternative. And then this is a big deal. It's really a movement happening around the world where so many of us are so tired of the big box store mentality and the anonymity that creates in our lives. We're already somewhat isolated. So many of us now working from home, and we're connected, but not really with human beings, because we're all working so independently now. But wherever we can, we're craving that return to authenticity and to the source and to the human connection. And that's where NOVICA steps in and works magic. And gift giving season is definitely the time to really show your friends and family that there's a different way to do things, that there is no need to go line up in a big box store to buy things that are meaningless. Even if they're cute or pretty or cozy, why buy them there when for comparable or maybe even less, you can buy outstanding hand-woven, meticulously packaged mystery gifts that come from a far region to your recipient's doorstep. I think it's a miracle. All right, now more apparel. Oh, we've got so much more to show you guys. We're going to run a little over today because we have sweaters, beautiful, gorgeous poncho. That's good for Christmas or for fancy nights out on the town, not during Christmas. And then, also in a beautiful bag. Now, of course, everything can be even more fancily gift wrapped, but it comes regardless in this beautiful gift bag with a tassel. This beautiful shawl. This is a pure wool shawl by Sandeep Malhotra in India. And and as we know, animal print is back in a big way this last current year and moving into the holiday season. So you could use this to dress something up and have a little bit of the holiday tone, but really this could go with your holiday if you don't want to just be red. But I agree with Michael who picked it out. It goes really well with your festive red colors for the holidays. But you can wear this over a t-shirt and it would look stunning. And this is all hand woven of pure, 100% pure wool. So beautiful. And you can see the detailing on the end. The fringe from Sandeep. I'll tell you his story too. I just love this. I love the rich tones of this. It's not kind of the more typical, and I only had it half open. It opens up quite a bit. So it can be a shawl. And wear this, be so elegant over a black dress. You can, of course, wear your shawl either like this or drape it down over your shoulders just a little bit and hold it in front. Imagine that with a little strap dress or a strapless dress. Or you can also do shawls, of course, very elegantly across the front, especially if you're a little chilly and want to protect yourself a little bit, and then have them draped down the back. Or you can wear it as a regular scarf. So it's meant to be either a scarf or a shawl. It'd be for men or women. And yeah, you could really wrap that up and get really warm into your big winter coat. So that's pure wool from Sandeep Malhotra in India. Let's see. So it's, what are the dimensions? 73 inches long by 28.5 inches wide, 100% sheep's wool. Yeah, he says make sure to dry clean this. Don't put it in your wash, of course, because it's 100% wool. Oh, this is really pretty. Oh, I would love to see this. Now I'm wearing an alpaca sweater that we're not showing you today, but we have, of course, so much hand knit alpaca beauty on NOVICA.com for men and women. And I actually purchased this for myself for the holidays. So you might see me wear it a few more times. It's so beautiful. All hand woven as well. Some kind of purplish highlights on the, not on the neck, but on the sleeves. Oh, the attention to detail. And this is amazing. I'll tell you about that in a future episode. We have another gorgeous sweater to show you today too. Okay, so let's see. Cheetah Elegance, he's calling this. And Sandeep will tell you a little bit about him in India. He says, my family has been working with textiles since 1968. In 1991, while I was still studying, I began to get involved in my family's endeavors. After graduating, I partnered with my family in our workshop. My father looks after the yarn spinning and I handle the making of the textiles. I hope that through this partnership with NOVICA, our family textile business will reach new heights. And that was from, we interview every artisan, of course, so you read about every artisan story on NOVICA. That's an earlier bio interview that we did with him. So, of course, he has become successful on NOVICA. He has a beautiful catalog on NOVICA if you look him up, Sandeep. And you'll see all the beautiful textiles that he sells. Really a lot of wool. I would think this would be just stunning with a little black dress or any dress, a plain dress or a sweater, or wear it, under your coat. It's very soft and warm, really fine wool. All right, do we say anything more on him? Yeah. Okay. Oh, now we're going to the sweater. I should have worn this sweater, but I, for some reason, thought I just unpacked it right before the show, and I thought it was an extra large, but it's actually my size. Isn't that beautiful? So this is from Peru, of course, too. This is mostly cotton. So if anybody has allergies, they won't be allergic. I'll look for the details here in a minute, but this is a beautiful, also hand knit sweater from Peru, perfect for Christmas, but actually quite elegant. I mean, this is not a silly Christmas sweater. This is a sweater you could proudly wear skiing or wear when you're opening up the table. It comes in all sizes. And of course, everything we're showing you is handmade. So put it in your shopping cart now if you like it, because there aren't many of any particular item or size. But anyway, that's just so beautiful. So you see all the llamas walking across, and you can see the Andes mountain range hinted at here, which is Andean textiles tend to be very geometric in their decorations and their symbology. And the Incan culture, of course, going way back, was so geometric in their motifs and in their building of their amazing stone structures. It's all about amazing, really advanced geometry. And so you tend to see that showing up in the Andean designs like this. So a lot of history behind this, but it is cotton, which we love for people that can't do wool. Alpaca, of course, is hypoallergenic, but super, super safe with cotton. What can I tell you about this? All right, let's see. A cozy blend of cotton yarn and acrylic, also acrylic. So again, very hypoallergenic for anyone that has to worry about that. Machine washable, actually, gentle cycle. And that's by Abdel Atarima in Peru. A little bit about that artisan specializing in knit cotton clothing. I seek to be inspired by landscapes, drawings, and paintings. What excites me is to see our products and designs on people, appreciating our work. I share my, and of course, all the artisans check their reviews constantly to see, and we also send them their reviews so that they really can keep tabs of what's happening and who's buying where, which is so exciting to see where in the world you've sold this sweater to if you were the person hand knitting it. So what excites me is to see our products and designs on people, appreciating our work. I share my knowledge by teaching in seminars and courses at the National University, which makes me very proud to be able to instruct in my art form. And weaving is such an art form, and there's so many different art forms within that, of course, in different regions of the world, which we share with you in our episodes. I am very happy to be part of the NOVICA family and the great artisans that we have here. Yep, so it's Abdel Atarima. Do we have a picture of the artisan, Jim? Jim's backstage helping us out with all the...
No, that was the one that we didn't have. Was Abdel.
Oh, okay. We're still working on getting a picture.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a beautiful Christmas sweater. How perfect. And again, why buy a red sweater from a box store when you can buy that amazing hand knit sweater so affordably? And remember, 15% off if you shop right now. And whatever platform you're watching on, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, or any of the other platforms, eStreamly, everything. We're going to be on Amazon too next week. Everything is 15% off if you buy during the live show, or if you're watching us over the weekend after the live show, or on Friday, or later today. 15% off with code episode 10, spelled TEN, to be really clear about that. When you enter it in at checkout, you could fill your whole cart with everything I'm showing you today, or anything else you love all over the website. You get to pick from so many thousands of amazing, many one-of-a-kind works of art, and put them in your shopping cart and check out with that special code. Only you've got it. If you're watching the show, if you're not watching the show, you don't have that code because we're not putting it anywhere else. So that's good through Sunday night so that you have time to buy over the weekend. But remember, what I'm showing you now will probably be sold out because everything's super limited quantities, handmade. But you might find some other cool things on the website. Okay, what's next? We have, oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite things today. Okay, this is called Ivory Softness. This is a poncho Oh, and I love what one of the customers said about this, which I'll show you. So the artisans put NOVICA in the label. So it's 90% baby alpaca and 10% nylon to give it a little structure. So it's baby alpaca, definitely fabric of royalty, Incan royalty. I wore this, I tried this on last week. I just love it. So imagine this, it's super soft and sheer, so it gives you a little bit of protection against the wind. Definitely can wear that indoors. Ponchos now, being so traditional to Peru, of course, they're definitely like the weather resistant force. You know, they're just, but this one is such a light, airy, feminine, delicate poncho. So I'm actually going to put this on. Hopefully it goes well with the sweater. But I would wear it definitely over your little holiday dress or with jeans. Yeah, or something really strappy. But you can wear this year round. Just have that, you know, always handy in your car. Or as one of the shoppers says, the great thing is it's so fine you can wrap it up and put it in your purse. And if you get chilly somewhere, you can just bring that out. So what do you think? It's pretty nice, right? Adds a little bit of that. Oh, I think I've got it on a little crooked because what I'm looking at, you guys, is all backwards here on the screen. All right, so let me tell you a little bit about that. Ivory softness, pure, almost pure baby alpaca poncho with a little bit, again, of the nylon just to give it some structure. Oh, I wish I could see a little better to get that just right. The most iconic garment from South America, yeah, the poncho. Traditionally designed for challenging weather, and this one, again, could be used in less challenging weather. So do that like that. Made by husband and wife, Raquel and Gregor, hand woven of baby alpaca. So it's 30.5 inches long by 32.5 inches wide. Again, 90% baby alpaca. And then baby alpaca isn't hurt. When the weather changes, the alpaca are all shorn and they're relieved to get rid of that hot wool, hot fleece. And then it's carefully cleaned and woven into these beautiful, beautiful clothing items. Jane says, my mother loved this shawl. I thought it was very elegant and nice for a chilly night out. She lives in Florida where normally it's warm, but at night it can get a bit chilly, as it can get anywhere, even in the tropics. So this would be good even in a tropical place like Florida. She says, what's nice is you can take it off if you get warm and put it in your handbag, which is true. It's so light and so airy. I like the fact that it's made from alpaca wool, which is a rare wool. Also, the color is very pretty and neutral. It pretty much goes with everything. Yeah, it's like a very soft cream color. So I love this. I'm getting a little warm wearing. By the way, it's the warmest fabric. So another reason you could have something so beautiful and sheer and yet really be kept warm and cozy by it. Yeah, I love that it has this beautiful long drape on it. Let me tell you a little bit about Raquel and Gregor. And remember, everything right now, put it in your shopping cart. First pinned comment in the comments on whatever platform you're watching. And you can continue watching the show and keep putting things in your cart and then decide at the end if you want them all or what your favorites are and check out. And 15% off everything during the live stream. So buy while we're talking. Okay, Raquel is from Piura, Peru. She says, what draws me to weaving is the opportunity to work with natural fibers, rescuing ancient Inca weaving techniques. Yes, very much aligned with NOVICA's mission. That's what we're here for, is to help promote and therefore help rescue ancient, amazing hand-making traditions for all sorts of crafts around the world, and ethical apparel, jewelry. We're the largest fair trade, well, the largest handmade jewelry site in the world, and happen to be, of course, all fair trade, and also home decor. Gregor says, so that was from Raquel, and then her partner Gregor says, we use natural materials, including alpaca wool, fine cotton, and silk, although this is baby alpaca. We help an Andean community by employing weavers on traditional looms who then help us finish each piece by hand. We would like to give our thanks to everyone. We would like to thank you for supporting our art, which in turn will benefit many Peruvian families. We love that. That's why we're all here, changing the world with every purchase. Our dollars matter so much. We all work so hard for them. Let's make everything we buy count, whether that's at the grocery store or clothing or apparel or jewelry. There's no reason to buy anything that's anonymous. that's not really helping anybody. That's helping just big corporations, but never the little guy. And that's what puts little guys out of business, and women. So let's support our fellow human beings by shopping direct whenever possible. And the truth is, that's always possible, almost. You can buy from the farmer if you don't live in the big city, or if you live in the big city, subscribe to the all of the big cities these days. They have these farmer boxes that you can subscribe to, services that will deliver a box of farm fresh vegetables to your house every day. So let's always think about where we're purchasing from. Let's always try to support people like us, individuals that are trying to make a difference in the world. All right, so now we're going to go to an item that I don't have here, but Jim has a picture of it. That's the Convenient Santa Towel Holder by Merlini Chejon in Guatemala. So she hand knits that. It's hand crocheted, actually, and that's all red and white. So the towel is an example towel. That's on a ring, so the towel doesn't come with it. What you get is a little Santa with his little nose poking out the bottom there, and then you hang your hot towel on it, whether it's in the kitchen or bathroom. Pretty cute little accessory for the holidays. Yeah, it has a large hoop for towels to hang. That's by Marlene Chejon, Guatemala. She does all hand crocheted decor accents and accessories. She said, my aunt crocheted and I like to watch her. By the time I was 10, I wanted to learn and asked her to teach me. My aunt was delighted and taught me very patiently as I learned the process. And remember, all these, find the prices, which are all super reasonable. If you check your shopping cart, which is right there, first pinned out, go check there. All the current prices are there. And then you'll see you've got the 15% discount on anything you buy now during the live show. She said, crochet also helps me personally take care of my son and be with him during his most important stages of development. I thank God there are so many people who have faith in my skills. Little by little, my husband and I have been getting ahead. He is my supporter and my greatest admirer. Gosh, love that. She says, I'm sharing some small designs with you that were crafted with much love. They're the result of the many years it's taken me to perfect my technique. Thank you, NOVICA. I have dreams. Thanks to you, NOVICA, I have dreams and goals. That's very inspiring. Okay, now we have, I think, one more item. Yeah, one more item. Okay, and that is another treasure for Christmas. And that's the Christmas Essence Wool Wreath by Rajesh Gehlot in India. Do we have that? Oh, look how beautiful that is. That's 14.25 inches high by 12.5 inches wide diameter. So you see it's a little bit of an oval. 100% wool. It has some poly filling, but it's 100% wool, all handmade. Isn't that beautiful? That is another heirloom waiting to be a family heirloom, or waiting to be your wreath every single year. That's so beautiful. That's all wool, every little bit of that. Let's see, what can I say? Features a circle of overlapping ivory leaves accented with red pom-poms. A matching red felt ribbon rests at the top center of the wreath, which includes a loop for hanging. Yeah, so you could use a traditional door hanger that would just hook onto. Tell you a little bit about Rajesh. Ornaments and holiday accessories are what he specializes in. He says, I come from the pink city of Jaipur. I grew up in a family in Jaipur where family values, traditions, and culture mean a lot. While still studying, I took a part-time job to earn some pocket money since I was good at drawing. I worked as a sketch artist at an export house. This is a really interesting story, which dealt in leather goods and stone home decor items. In one of the big exhibitions, my creation received first prize from among almost 5,000 entries from across India. He said, it was such a moment of pride for me. The owner of my company that he was working for had me accept the award on behalf of his company since I was the creator of the pieces that won. This was a great feeling of achievement for me. After almost 8 years with the same company, I started out on my own. It was a big challenge, but I did not lose hope. Slowly, I found people to collaborate with me and taught them the work. We started participating in exhibitions, and slowly but surely, people started appreciating our work. So that's the story behind the wonderful man who created that wreath. And of course, you'll get that with a keepsake card. So every year you put that back with your Christmas ornaments and you'll always remember who made it and why and what he says about it. So those are our Santa Claus themed items for today's show. And I hope everybody watching through the weekend too can get excited about giving some major love to these artisans who are working so hard. This is like when they're working night and day to prepare for and fulfill all their orders for the holidays. And for many of the artisans, Christmas artisans or not, this being the gifting season from Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, all these gift-giving traditions are when these artisans are, many of them, earning most of their income for the rest of the year. So when you're shopping, remember that. Remember to go to NOVICA. Everyone will be so grateful. And so I was going to close in just saying that in the benevolent spirit of Ted Horn, who was the restaurant owner that helped out the homeless man by pretending that he dropped a $20 bill when he knew he wasn't going to be able to pay for his starvation breakfast, his huge breakfast that he had ordered in that cafe. Ted Horn, the owner, dropped the bill, said, "Oh, I think you dropped this." The man was able to pay for his breakfast that he was going to skip out on. And that man was Larry Stewart, who went on to become very wealthy and gifted $1 million in small bills over the course of his lifetime. I'm getting goosebumps again, becoming the first official Secret Santa. We didn't know his name until he died, and passed the tradition on in 2006 to the new Secret Santa, who I think we just still don't know the name of, who has given away millions of dollars in $20 bills. So in that spirit of Secret Santa, let's go forth and do something great today, in addition to shopping for Secret Santa and for Christmas and the holidays, and sending love to people that really need it and appreciate it around the world, that are talented master artisans who love and appreciate your support. In addition to that, let's think of one other thing we can do today to go make a difference in the world, and that could be in our own families, in our own home, to make somebody's day. Pick up the phone and make that call you've been waiting till you had more time to do. Make amends with somebody, send some love where it's needed most. And let's go keep changing the world together every single week and every single day. All right. See you next Thursday, same time, same place. Can't wait to show you more really cool stuff. Over and out.